match we got here, we got Christian Cage, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus versus Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
The
And
Super
I'm just gonna
Elite.
say, I think that a segment this past week on Rampage, I'm sure. Well, no,
The
Dynamite,
one with the
Dynamite this past
concerto.
week. Yes, on Dynamite. I thought that was an excellent segment because kind of goes back to what you were saying. It's like there's that unpredictability factor. It just felt unhinged. Um, it felt very much like an NWO style brawl on Nitro you'd see in 1997. Um, I thought it was a great segment, and
And then they had to ruin it
Christian,
by having John Silver cut a
yes,
promo on Adam
yeah,
Cole right after.
the Bucks they have found their perfect douchiness on TV. Cole is still perfect as ever. Christian, he's in a great spot because he's the legend who's working with
Yeah, he's the guy giving back.
anyone else. Um, Jungle Boy is on fire right now. That guy he's the stuff he's doing is getting huge pops. He's getting that like Rey Mysterio Jr. 2002 style offense right now, and Luchasaurus is finally clicking for me for the first time since Lucha Underground. Um, I'm looking forward to this match. Oh, yeah, I didn't really realize this false count anywhere.
No, it should be. It would be more fun, honestly, that way.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I mean, like, again, we talk about hot shotting. This was hot shotting too. It was like
it was.
this match had zero momentum behind it. Had
I
nothing
honestly think it should have been straight up Cole versus Jungle Boy.
Yeah. They're kind of
I think
like,
that's
I
what
don't
it
know.
should have been.
Yeah, but this is the problem. They ran that thing into. They had Cole versus Jungle Boy. They had actually these two teams face off on Rampage before, or on
Yeah,
Dynamite.
shit, they did.
And or maybe was it two teams? Or was it actually? I think the Jungle Express had Bryan Danielson with them, and these guys had Kenny Omega with them.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Bryan Danielson teaming with Lucha Express.
yeah.
Or
So
Jurassic Express.
yeah, that's I said Lucha. Yeah, because Luchasaurus and
Yes.
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling okay, I'm gonna get right to it. I did not like Adam Cole being hit with the concerto going into the match because I don't like giving the baby faces the unfair advantage going into the matches.
Same. I honestly think I kept thinking before the concerto was going to happen that
Christian's gonna
refs were
fall
going to
back.
come out, or that you're going to have like the Good Brothers or something pop out. Something that was going to prevent it from happening. That was my only downfall with that brawl this past week. I thought the rest of it was awesome. The concerto, I would rather have seen the concerto happen, and I would have seen the concerto happen to Brandon Cutler.
Yes, that would have worked. Yes, take him off the board.
Yes, that would have been way better.
Hmm. But yeah, and then like 2 days later, he's wrestling like nothing has happened to his head.
Yeah.
It's kind of, eh, I don't know.
Hell, like the when Christian first did the one man concerto, he took Edge off of TV for like 3 weeks. So it's like, come on.
Exactly. When the concerto happened at the main event of WrestleMania, both guys were stacked.
Yeah.
Were stacked and pinned. Stack him, rack and pin them. What was it? What was the shirt?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I don't know. And then right after that, he had the John Silver thing, which nothing against John Silver, but that promo, like, I mean, Adam Cole's feuding with Jungle Boy right now. That I don't care about what's happening on BTE. I'm sorry,
Same.
I don't. It's, and the fact that they are back to trying to promote that show on this show is.
I haven't watched BT for a couple weeks, but there were like 2 or 3 weeks in a row where the show opened to John Silver and Adam Cole walking backstage. Um, and it's like, oh, they're really milking this right now.
Which
And
here we go.
honestly,
So
the
BTE is
only
taking a shot. Was taking a shot at WWE with that whole, be my
yeah,
manager thing. I would assume I didn't watch BTE since the launch of AEW. Basically, I mean, I watched here and there for a few episodes. But
honestly, there's three basic segments of ETE now. There is the Bucks, and I shouldn't say the Bucks. The whole elite going shoe shopping. They go shoe shopping every week on BTE.
yeah, actually, I think
Um,
remember there was a show which, yeah, I watched the show, the
um,
BTE show for All Out because I went to see Brian Danielson
huh?
and everything, and then there was like a lot
Yeah,
of shoe shopping, and then I'm like, what the hell is this?
yeah.
Who wants to
It's
see this?
weekly. That's one of the
Weekly.
reasons I stopped watching it. Um, that's one of the segments. The other segment is usually the Dark Order, which I actually really enjoy the Dark Order on BTE because it's how the Dark Order is doing it best as far as being bad news bearers and
Yeah,
being
yeah,
the
but here's the
underdogs.
thing. But here's the thing. Give the Dark Order their own YouTube show. It's
So I was that's what I was gonna that's what I was getting at
yeah.
is the Dark Order should have their own
It's kind of
YouTube
like
series.
it's kind of like the Dark Order is feuding with the Elite, but meanwhile the Dark Order is sending these clips to the Elite to show them on their
They're
YouTube
editing
show.
it.
It's
Yes, yeah.
what the
The other segment is Nick Nemeth is always on every week, and he's drinking this cream, and it makes him like freak out, and that's
okay?
basically the three
That's classic
segments.
BTE, I guess that one.
Yes, yeah. Uh, um, yeah, I think Dark Order definitely needs their own series.
They need their own series. They need to be like cut off from everything else.
They do.
Maybe
Um,
something where they fight Johnny Gargano over a token of the Undertaker and try to get him.
yes, exactly. They find Luke Gallos's red mask from 2006. Um, basically spoke of CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. This match could possibly
Steal the show.
steal the show, but there's one match that we know will steal the show that she'll get to later. But Punk and Kingston, I'm definitely looking forward to, even though I think it was hot shotted.
It was hot shotted, but it was very well hot shot. It was hot shot very
Yes.
well. So I have no problem. I think Kingston is the kind of opponent that shows the diversity of Punk because going from Darby Allen is one thing, Kingston is another thing. Both of them are sort of outcasts in their own way, which is what Punk actually represents as the character, I think.
Yeah,
So it's a it's a perfect matchup, honestly. I think so
it is.
for CM Punk as a baby. It's a step up from Wardlow. No offense to
Yeah,
Wardlow, but
completely.
yeah,
Um,
this would be a good match. And here's the thing I'm gonna say about Eddie Kingston. Hmm? I love him. I love his promos, everything. He does not have to say that he's taking a shot while he's taking a shot. Just take the shot.
yeah, yeah.
It's it's kind of like look what I'm doing here. Now learn to do some subtlety. There is this sort of guy that we know in MVS that kind of likes to label his things as hot takes, but they are not really that hot.
Hmm.
And this is what I remember when Eddie Kingston says like, "This is a shot. AEW is the only show of wrestling." I'm like, "Oh God, why can't you
Yeah,
just say AEW is the only show for wrestling? You don't have to say this is a shot." Like
exactly.
you're basically trying to be cool instead of being cool, which
Yes, yes. Which isn't how he should be portrayed.
exactly.
It's like when we were watching NWA Power when it first started. Like, so we were all like, me, you, James, Walter. We were all like, "Wow, Kingston's great right here," because his
Yeah.
promos felt so
Real,
raw.
yeah.
They felt, yeah.
He was the best.
And it's like just
Even
be that.
yeah, I couldn't even believe that this guy was the treacherous leader of LAX in on Impact,
Yes, yeah,
which is shows his diversity. Because on Impact, I thought, well, this guy's like a slimy,
yeah.
a slimy, like corporate manipulator type of thing. But then he goes out to the NWA, and I'm like, whoa, this guy's actually a tough guy from the streets.
Yeah,
And then he goes into and then he does those the promos he did on the Indies right before he challenged
those were
Cody.
amazing.
My God. So once I saw him like barreling down the aisle at Rampage coming for Punk, I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. Uh, can you hear me?
Yes.
You look like you can. Yeah.
I heard you. I heard you say you might have said something afterwards. You said it was going to be good, and
Yeah.
then that's if I heard you.
Yeah.
So
That's
unless you said something in between.
no. I did not say. I did not say
Okay.
in between. Why would I say in between? Anyways, but now when I say this is gonna be good, because I keep remembering there is this Fantastic Four run in the comics, where in one issue you just like looking at everything from the perspective of the Watcher telling you, it's a what if.
Yeah.
Only it's the actual, the mainstream comics, and the Watcher is like talking about seeing what's happening with the Fantastic Four, and this is where the Fantastic Four had to get regular jobs, and Sue Richards was teaching, and Namor comes up to her, and Namor comes to her work, and he tries to. If anyone's reading comics, Namor has always had a thing for the Invisible Girl. It's it's kind of cute at first, but then it turns stalkery and sick and perverted and everything. But anyways, and the issue and Yondu keeps narrating stuff, but then it happens where Namer's talking, and then all of a sudden Reed Richards appears next to them, and he's talking, and he just faces Namer, and then they just cut the last panel is cutting to the Watcher, just up there having this big ear-to-ear smile and saying, "This is gonna be good," and that's what I, and I think that's exactly what I had when I saw Kingston coming down the aisle, like
Oh, yeah.
coming to face Punk. I was like, "This is gonna be good," and I had this big smile on my face because I knew I was gonna see something that was awesome. And they did not, fail to deliver. Yesterday I watched it again on YouTube. It's pretty good. And Punk, I still think you should not beat Punk right now.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. If this was a longer feud, I might have given you an out of Kingston could beat Punk, but no, right now.
Oh, keep Punk on the winning streak.
Punk should not lose until you actually have a guy, until it's an MJF or,
yes,
God forbid, a heel Cody or.
Yeah, MJF would be perfect.
Yeah.
And speaking of MJF,
yeah.
This is the one thing I really like about AEW is, even though some people do get underutilized, try to make everything feel like it's on par with each other. Darby Allin in the last pay-per-view was facing CM Punk. MJF on the last pay-per-view was facing Chris Jericho. Yeah. Former world champions. Now these two guys that lost those programs are in a feud with each other. It doesn't feel like a mid-card feud or anything. It feels like the MJF's promo MJF's promo this past week. I'm trying to remember if it was Dynamite or Rampage now. I think it was Dynamite.
Dynamite. I don't think he cut any promos on Rampage.
That's the one an hour and 2 days after. And MJF was like, unlike those other two, meaning Jungle Boy and Sammy Guevara, you and I are going to be legends. It's like, it's true because the past 2 years, both of these guys have been constantly in main event situations the past 2 years. Yep. So it's been a very well built program for these two guys to finally collide with each other one-on-one, because they had a couple collisions like when AEW first started in like, tag matches and shit. But now we're getting them one-on-one, and
And they are great for each other because they're, as characters, they're polar opposites.
oh yes, exactly, exactly. It's
Yeah.
it's a perfect story because you have a guy that didn't think he could have made it to the big leagues, and then you have a guy that thought he was born to be in the big leagues. Um, Completely different looks, completely different gimmicks. It's gonna be. I think this is gonna be a great match, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too. It's gonna be good, man. If they keep the shenanigans to a minimum,
Yes.
that's all I'm gonna say. Because
Which,
I honestly, I was not watching, I was not paying that much attention to the time, but I groaned at the little stinkers coming out after that.
I did too. I thought that would look dumb as shit.
I was like, oh god, not this.
Honestly, I would have Darby win, and that would just give MJF more reason to berate Wardlow to have those two finally split.
Yeah, or have MJF go away for a while and then come back stronger.
Yeah.
Because I think
An- Another thing with that segment when Sting came out with all the other Stings and stuff is production wise, not showing like Wardlow and Sean Spears doing anything. It's like, oh, what just happened exactly right here?
I mean, yeah, I get it that you want to have an element of chaos to the show, but you should at least keep us a piece of where everyone is.
Yeah. 'Cause honestly, when they were showing them, I couldn't even really tell who Sting and everybody was fighting off until somebody mentioned it, like Shivani or
Yeah, I think that's
Excalibur.
and I think it was mentioned to the point of like you guys got to know that this is who they're.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, and the week before with the sneak attack, I don't know. I did not understand the video at the beginning, the black and white video of the guy drop kicking the other
Yeah.
guy in front of the crowd. I think it's like a big inside joke type of thing. But yeah,
Um,
this show is gonna be good. I mean, this match is good. This match is gonna be good. I mean, you could see Darby winning. I could see MGF winning more actually because I
you could too,
think
yeah. Honestly, either one could win because you could even have MJF win and say how he won on his own. He doesn't need Wardlow.
and then you
And
go into the other one, or you could see Wardlow almost costing him the match, and then him winning with a different underhand tactic.
yes, yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and then he goes to the next night and like Wardlow, you better come out here. I almost lost because of you, and you're off to the races.
Honestly, when you said that you could take MJF off TV for a little while, you can still take him off TV because you can have Sean Spears and Wardlow have like a little mini program for like a month, then have MJF, come back at the end of that match.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the Outlaw Mucho Drive-In. If you liked that video, please click like and subscribe to our channel for more content from the Drive-In. For full episodes of our podcast, you may look us up on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever your favorite podcasts are available. Just search for Outlaw Mucho Drive-In. And if it's not too much trouble, would you help us out here? Spread the word, share. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. We love you. Bye.